up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Tasha checking in with another video, everybody. And this is going to be a car chat. I have not done a car chat with y'all in a little bit, but I have some time this morning because I'm supposed to be, if y'all hear my car starting up, I'm sorry. It is freezing outside, y'all. And so I'm gonna turn my heat on. If y'all hear the heat, that's why. But I'm really early to a doctor's appointment. And so I said, why not come on and chat with the people for a little bit, see how y'all living, how y'all feeling, how y'all doing. I just got off of work, y'all, too. And this is why I hate doing doctor's appointments during the week. If I do a doctor's appointment, it has to be like on a Monday because I was off on Saturday and Sunday. So on Mondays, I get up a little bit early. I'm a little bit more refreshed because I didn't have to work the night before. So I just got off of work this morning and I'm just kind of like, oh my God, I do not want to be here. All I'm thinking about is hurry up time go by so that I can get in this doctor's appointment so I can go home and get myself unwind and go to sleep. So anyway, y'all, before I do all of that ranting and talking and all of that, go ahead and like this video, comment in the comment section, and most importantly, subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. We have a good time over here. So I'm gonna come out and do my lunchtime language later, y'all, which is going to be at about 6 p.m. I'm thinking I'm gonna do it at 6 p.m. and that's the time I'm gonna stick with 6 p.m. and start doing the lunchtime language. That is when I talk about hot topics and current events. So I just want to share some things with y'all and have a little chit chat with y'all this morning. Okay, so first and foremost, shout out to all my new subscribers, y'all. I have got like 20 new subscribers literally overnight. Okay. And in case y'all want to know, how the heck did you get 20 subscribers overnight? I'm going to share with y'all real quick. Now, I don't know if y'all have been paying attention or keeping y'all ear to the YouTube streets. However, YouTube is making it really easy for small content creators. I literally, okay, I thought it was a joke, right? When people was up here talking about some, oh, small content creators blowing up. What's up, Benjamin Alexander? I'm thinking about, okay, you shouldn't do that. So when people have been talking about on YouTube that small content creators are blowing up, I thought it was a joke. However, overnight, I got 20 new subscribers. How did that happen? I'm gonna tell y'all. So this girl put out a video. I do not remember her name. What's going on, Highness? I don't remember her name. The girl that put out the video, right? And she was talking about content creating, how to get monetized, things like that. So all the smaller content creators like myself was in her subscription. What's up, Beverly? Beverly Miracle, welcome to the live. So all these content creators was in this girl's video subscription, and all I did was go down the list of content creators that said they're trying to win and be monetized in 2025, and I clicked and followed them, subscribed to their channel, and I commented and let them know that, hey, I subscribed to your channel. Let's, basically, hold on, y'all. Uh, so basically letting them know, hey, I'm subscribing to your channel. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel too. And that's all I did for I did it for a couple of hours and I got 20 new subscribers overnight. So I was just like, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So we growing over here at the Redefine Me channel, y'all. So I'm super excited about that. I'm just trying to work on now with my YouTube channel, getting my watch hours up. So watch hours mean, thank you, Beverly. So watch hours mean that all of y'all who are subscribed to your girl, go and watch some of my content on my channel. I have a plethora of videos on my channel. Go watch it and actually sit there and watch it so that my watch hours can go up. And that's going to be dope because I'm getting monetized in 2025. And monetized simply means that YouTube begins to pay you for the content that you're putting out there. Okay. Oh my gosh, Beverly, you're having a bad day. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I pray, God, please let Beverly have a better day. In Jesus' name, amen. I hope and pray that you have a better day. I hope that my energy, this video can give you some type of motivation, some type of happiness to have a better day. It's going to get better, girl. Don't worry about it. You know, bad things happen. You have a moment where you're not feeling this great and all of that, but guess what? It doesn't always last. Joy comes in the morning, okay? So don't worry about it. It may look rough right now, but I promise you it's going to get better for real. It really, really is. Trust me, I have those days from time to time too, but listen, you just got to, pray and you got to just ask God to help you to have a better day. Life keeps knocking me, but I keep standing up. Absolutely, that's what you have to do because life be life in. But we got to remember that God is on our side. And if you don't know God or Jesus for yourself, sometimes we go through things so God can get our attention to say, hey, hi, I love you. Come on over this side so we can have a relationship together. Not saying that's what's happening to you, Beverly, but just saying sometimes that happens. And so it's going to get better. I firmly believe, and I'm claiming it right now in Jesus' name, that you are going to have a better day. It's going to get better. And I believe that. I believe that for you. So, with all that being said, I hope that my words can give you some type of encouragement to let you know that life is going to get better. Life's like it is crazy out here. And just to talk about that, the other day I went to the grocery store, y'all, and this is how life it be life in sometimes. And we ain't having no pity party. However, we gonna just talk about life, and we gonna talk about some things on this little car chat that I'm doing. So I went to the grocery store the other day, y'all. So the only person I'm shopping for at this moment in time is myself and my husband. Okay. Went in the grocery store and we went to Kroger. We live in Georgia, and we brought a few things. Okay, brought a few things. We got stuff to make like 3 meals out of. Of course, we already had some stuff in the refrigerator at home already. We brought some stuff to make some meals out of. And I brought some breakfast stuff or whatever. Food came up to no, food came up to 90 something dollars when we brought the 3 meals. So the next day I went to the store and I brought some breakfast stuff. Just a little stuff. And that came up to 20 some dollars. So in total, in 2 days on groceries, I spent probably $107. Okay, and that's only supposed to be just for the week. We just needed something in the house, a little extra and everything. But $107, and I think I brought stuff to make spaghetti. I brought stuff to make tacos, and I brought stuff to make and I brought lunch meat, and I brought some chips. We got some ice cream, some bread, and then I brought some breakfast stuff: eggs, sausage, um, and pancake mix, and some muffins, blueberry muffins, and some water. All that little list of things was $107. I was just like, I was like, oh my God, why is grocery so high? And while we was in the grocery store and I was about to get a certain type of bread that I always get, I get the 45 calorie bread, which is really good bread and it's really good for you, right? I was getting this bread, and the daggone bread went up in price. The bread is now like $4 and something. I used to buy this bread, and this bread was not no $4 and something, but all of a sudden the prices creeped up. So with that to say, life is life out here. Like stuff is on the rise, and it's just ridiculous. Like, but you know what? I'm not going to complain because I know God is in control, and He gonna protect me. And He got my back. He got my finances. He got my back, my front, my side, all of that. But it's a lot because we be out here going to work, working, trying to contribute to society, all of that great stuff and everything. And year after year, the cost of living is going up and up and up and up. And I'm just kind of like, at a certain point, is society going to put a cap a cap on the price of just things just to live, and we're not talking about things that we like luxuries. Like I like getting my nails done, get my hair done, paying your cell phone bills, stuff that you need but really don't need. You when you add that on, it's like, child, we need a breather. But everything gonna be all right, y'all. It really, really is. But it's a lot out here. This cost of living is ridiculous. Like, I just moved in a me and my husband just moved in a really beautiful neighborhood. We live in Sandy Springs, Georgia. We moved in a really good, nice apartment. I love our apartment. I love our area. Everything around it. Like, it's close to downtown Atlanta. It's like I love it. Like, I love where we live at. But we got a 1 bedroom apartment, y'all, because it's just me and him, and the rent is 13.12. I never thought I would see the day that down south the rent would be 13.12 for a 1 bedroom. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know what? For all of that, we might as well look into buying a house, because this is just quite ridiculous. I don't want to pay even for my house. Like, I would love if my mortgage, if I can get my mortgage to be like nine something, I'd be straight. We'd be chilling with that. But I don't really want to, what I'm saying, pay no 13.12 for no rent. But this is the generation we living in. So y'all just, be encouraged. Life is life, and stuff is rising, but God is still in control. So be encouraged. Um, so I want to talk about something that I saw on Instagram. And I'm gonna be live again later on this evening at 6 o'clock, where I do hot topics and current events. So I do that in the evening. But I want to talk about something I saw on Instagram and see what y'all think about this. So this is really crazy. So this girl, this girl, and I don't know if y'all saw it too. So she went to church, and apparently she got pregnant. Okay, so I guess she was going to the church already, and so she had got pregnant while attending the church. The pastor of the church made this girl stand up in front of the congregation, made this girl that got pregnant, she's at the church, stand up in front of the congregation and apologize to the whole church. When I tell you that burned me up to no end, it's on Instagram, y'all. If y'all scroll down Instagram, y'all may find it. Had this girl stand up in front of the church and say, "I'm sorry, y'all, I got pregnant. Please forgive me." Excuse me? First of all, so many things is wrong with that. And the pastor was telling her, get up there, go ahead, stand in the middle, grab the mic, telling her what to do and everything. First of all, not only did this young lady, okay, so if you are a Christian, I'm a Christian. I believe that you should not have sex before marriage, right? However, nobody is perfect. We all have sinned and fallen short. We all have probably had sex before marriage. I know I have, things of that nature, right? Okay. That with that being said, I don't believe you should do it, but we all have had our moments of indiscretions, right? I think I said that right. So God is the only one that can judge us. He's the only one that has a heaven and hell to put us in. You, if you make a mistake, you go to God and you ask God for forgiveness, and He's just to forgive you. You don't have to stand in front of no church and sit up here and tell these people that is probably up out here. What's up, Elvis? Yeah, I see that. You don't have to stand in front of no congregation and tell these people that you have got pregnant and you have committed some type of sexual act, of course, to get pregnant in front of these people. They're not God. You don't have to repent to them. And I was just like, this is so messed up. And she felt, and I could imagine that she felt so alone, like that she had to stand up there by herself. Not only did she commit a sin, but she had to turn around and confess it to the people. And when after she said it, you could tell she was young by the way she was talking. Yes, Elvis, really. You could tell by the way she was talking. She said, "I'm sorry, y'all. I got pregnant. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to do that." And the whole congregation sit back and they were like, I said, "You have got to be kidding me." I said, I can't believe that. I said, I cannot believe that. It was just disrespectful, tasteless to her. They are not God. They have no heaven and hell to put her in. She should not have been up there. I need to look up what church this is and what pastor this is because, baby, I would write him a 4-page letter and send it to him, backed up by scriptures, letting him know that you are not to condemn anyone. You're not to condemn anyone. You're not Jesus. You don't condemn no one. If this girl made a mistake, that's between her and God, not her, God, and the whole church and congregation. Like, I just thought that was really crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I'm gonna probably touch on it again. I'm gonna come live again this evening when I do my hot topics and current events. But I'm just kind of like, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand that. I just don't understand why a church would make someone go before them and confess their sins as if they are God, as if they need to have she needs to have their stamp of approval to be forgiven of the sin or something that she committed. It was just wild and crazy to me. But I really do hope, and they even made comments and saying that she was not gonna have no baby showers and they not gonna support her or whatever. I was like, what church is this? Like, how could y'all do this to this young girl? And if they really was real Christians, they would understand that Jesus himself came through a virgin, Mary, that was not married to Joseph yet. He came through her. She was single, young, and she was going to be ostracized just like these people try to do to this young girl at church because people are going to be looking at her like a virgin. Yeah, right. Ain't nobody believing that. Don't no virgin get pregnant. Could you imagine what Mary went through, the mother of Jesus? Okay, but God chose her to bring forth the Son of God. And she was young, not married, and had to probably go through some things. And so when I saw that young girl at church, I was just like, oh my God, this is kind of just like probably how Mary, the mother of Jesus, felt. Like it's just messed up. And so, and I think I love the way that Jesus came unto the world because that lets you know that he's with single mothers. He doesn't want you to sit up here and be pop locking and dropping it and committing sins and fornicating and doing all this other stuff. No, that's not what God is on, right? However, if you fall, my earbuds, I think they low. If you make a mistake and you fall, that doesn't mean that you stay down. That doesn't mean that you should be ostracized just because you made a mistake. We all have made mistakes. I had a baby out of wedlock, and I was very active in church when it happened. And that doesn't mean that God didn't love me, didn't forgive me for what I did. I made a mistake. The baby wasn't a mistake. Kids are blessings, but my act was a mistake. But that was 20 years ago. My daughter will be 21 in February. Praise God. So if God forgives you, then you're forgiven. No man is going to hold you to nothing. No man has any room to hold you to any sin because we all are unperfect. So when I saw that on Instagram that girl had to stand before that church and say, I'm sorry, I said, I am over it. I was done. Hold on, y'all. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Earbuds was getting low. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Okay, stay connected. Um, yeah, y'all, but that's that story. We're probably gonna talk about it later too. But yeah. I'm just trying to kill some time, y'all. I do car chats from time to time. I haven't done one in a while. And so I wanted to come on this morning and just chit chat with y'all, let y'all see my face, come live and everything like that. Before I had to go into my doctor's appointment. And so yeah, yeah. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to a good report at the doctor, which it should be. So I'm sitting here in the parking lot waiting for that. I just got off of work. If y'all don't know, I do work for the USPS, United States Postal Services. Okay, hold on. Let me show y'all my banner. That's us, the United States Postal Service. I got on the hoodie, and so I work for this company. I've been with the post office now for 5 years, and I'm not going to say I hate the job. I don't hate the job. The job has afforded me a certain lifestyle at this point. I do love my job when it's I do love my job. Let me say that. The thing that is annoying about the post office is definitely the supervisors. That is the thing that makes it difficult to say it with your chest that you love your job, because the supervisors are just really unreasonable and ridiculous at times. But I think that's with every job that you have. But with the post office, we be under some stress sometimes. Like even tonight when I was at work, we had to run a lot of mail on this machine, and we were behind because it was a lot of mail. It was over like 100,000 pieces of mail. So it's an operation in the post office where your letters, the mail that you get in the mail, the letter mail, it has to be ran through this machine. So you load up the ledge. The ledge is a wide ledge. You put the mail on there, and the machine sucks the mail through it, and it goes to different slots. Okay, so the different slots are different zip codes that the carrier has to deliver the mail to. So the mail goes to the different slots. We sweep the mail over into the tray, and we put it in the APC, or we put it in a little it's called the APC, but it's like a little holding place for the mail. Okay. And then the mail gets put on a truck, take it to a certain place. The carrier picks the mail up. The carrier loads the mail truck up that y'all see on the roads, and then they deliver the mail to your house. So it's a whole process that the mail goes through before it gets to your house. So sometimes we get a overwhelming amount of mail. So on the machine, it's normally two people working. Tonight on one machine, it had to be like four people working on the machine because it was so much mail. It was like over 100,000 pieces. And so every night we have to get this mail out. This mail has to get out because the next morning the carrier is going to be expecting to get the mail and deliver it to your house. Now, what happens if by chance, I thought my phone was by, what happens by chance if somebody doesn't come to work, or if we can't get all the mail out on time for the truck to pick the mail up? If we don't get the mail out by 4:30, no later than 5 o'clock a.m., the mail is going to be delayed. Then the carrier is going to be delayed. So the next day, when the carrier gets the mail from the night before, that because the truck was missed, and then they get the mail from that day, so they get double mail. Now the carrier has to be out longer, and now the carrier is tired. Now the carrier might make mistakes. It's a whole domino effect of stuff that can happen at the post office if everybody doesn't do their job. And so tonight was one of them nights. And it would be like that today when I had a doctor's appointment. I was like, watch tonight at work be really strenuous when I gotta get a doctor's appointment. What's up, GSP? Going postal? I ain't going postal. I ain't going postal. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let me just tell y'all where that term postal came from. When you say I'm out, when somebody's about to go postal. So I work for the post office, right? There is a older gentleman that still works at the post office. He has given 50 years to the post office. I don't know when this guy is going to retire, but he told me that term postal or going postal came from the facility I work at. I said, you got to be kidding. He said, yes, I work in Atlanta. I work at a facility in Atlanta, Georgia. So what happened was this young lady worked at the post office. She was a very bubbly, nice, happy person, as moi and other people that work in the post office. We do have fun at the post office, right? And so I work in the warehouse sector of the post office. So this young lady, she worked. You do you remember this story? Okay. So for those of you who in here that didn't, yes. Oh, it was on Snapped. Oh wow. So for those of you who don't know this story, never heard this story, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So she worked in the post office, very beautiful young woman, very lovely young woman, right? Okay. So she was in a relationship with this dude. And this dude was locked up or whatever for domestic violence, I believe. And so, and GSP, you could correct me if I miss anything. So he got out. He got out of jail. Okay. This dude was crazy. And she was in a relationship with him. Okay. And so she was at work one day. Her mom asked her not to go to work, but she went to work. So she went to work, and this dude had got out. She didn't know. So her mom called up to the job to tell the supervisors to tell her that her ex had got out of jail. So the person that took the message, there was two guys that took the message. They were in the manager's office. Both of them had the same last name, but it was one white guy with that last name, one black guy with that last name. The one that took the message was the black guy. I mean, and everybody thought it was the white guy that took the message because the white guy was really racist and nobody liked him and stuff like that. Okay. So the black guy took the message. So keep that in your back pocket. The black guy took the message. Okay. So the girl does her shift. She goes home. Okay. She goes home. When she gets to the house, the ex, the crazy ex that had just got out of jail, was waiting there at the house. He killed her in front of, I think, her 12-year-old daughter. I think at the time the daughter was 11 or 12. So he killed her, right? Horrible situation. Now, word got back to the post office facility that I work at. I work at this facility right now. This happened back in the 80s, I think. So word got back to the post office that this lady that was bubbly and beautiful and very nice and all of that was killed by her boyfriend that was locked up. There was a guy that worked at the post office that he wasn't wrapped too tight, but he loved this lady. He loved this lady. He was functional, and he was able to do his job and everything. But everybody knew that he wasn't wrapped too tight. When word got back that she had died, he lost it. He lost it. He could not believe that this lady that was such a light and so beautiful and so nice to him had got killed. So he goes and he gets a gun. So he gets a pow pow, and he comes back to the facility, and he starts to shoot people in the facility. He starts to shoot people, and so other people in the building was hearing like trays dropping and items dropping and things like that, because if a person's getting shot, they're dropping whatever they're holding, right? So they're hearing this pow pow throughout the facility, people getting, killed or whatever. The guy makes his way to the manager's office. Now remember, her mother called up there. She gave a message to a manager. One white manager had the same last name as the black manager, but the one that took the message was the black manager. So the guy that wasn't wrapped too tight that had the gun, he headed towards the manager's office, and he shot the white guy that had the same last name as the black guy, because he thought that the white guy took the message and did not give her the message. So he shot the white guy, but it was the black guy who did not give the message. Now, I don't know if they all ran or whatever where the black guy was at. After this happened, I don't know if the guy turned the weapon on himself or what happened with the guy that did the shooting. However, lives was lost. It was such a sad story. Lives were lost. The black guy that did not get killed, when he found out that the guy was actually looking for him because he didn't give her the message, he couldn't take it. He lived on for a while, but he ended up having a heart attack or something, like probably over grief, because he knows that the message was given to him and he did not relay the message to her. And so that term postal or going postal comes from this particular story. And so, yes, it's so sad. Like, it comes from that particular story of going postal. And so, it actually happened. It's a true story, actually happened at the facility that I currently work at. And it happened back in the 80s. So when I was told this story, I was just like, oh my God, like, I work in a facility that has had something tragic like this happen. And so this is why I say at my job, at the post office, when these supervisors be tripping and they be going in on people, I be looking at them like, y'all might want to calm down, because somebody in here could snap. Somebody in here could snap and go postal, and then we can have a situation. And if somebody did snap in that building, because the workers are close knit and we love each other and we talk all the time and stuff like that for the most part, the first place they're gonna go is the manager's office, because they're gonna look around on the floor for the managers, because y'all always messing with people. And I just don't understand why they can't get that through their head in the post office. Sorry, y'all. Thought I had a burp, but it didn't come out. But at this point, I've been at the post office for 5 years now, and I have seen some stuff that some supervisors have done that I'm just like, yo, y'all don't like y'all life, and God forbid that anything would happen to a supervisor. No one deserves to lose their life, right? Even if you're a jerk or whatever, that's up for God to decide what happens with them, not for us. But when you're at these jobs and these supervisors are nitpicking certain people, you don't know what people are going through outside of the job. Somebody could have lost a family member. Somebody could be on the verge of being homeless. Somebody could be losing their whole mind. It could be a lot of stuff going on outside the job. And they come to work to try to get their mind off of stuff. But at the post office, it's a big power trip thing with these supervisors and these managers. They always on power trip, you know. But you just gotta learn. I've mastered the art of ignoring them. When they start tripping, I look at them crazy and then I ignore them. Because if I'm doing my job, you can't really say nothing to me if I'm doing my job. But they love to power trip. And it's sad. It's sad. So stories like that will end up becoming a reality again if they don't get a handle on some of these supervisors. And it's not all of them, but it's a large majority of supervisors in the post office that are really reckless, like really reckless. But anyway, y'all, that was the postal story of how going postal came about, that term. Like when somebody say I'm about to go postal or whatever, that's how it happened, man. This guy went off. He went off because this woman that and you never know what your presence can give to a person. And he probably looked forward to seeing this woman every day. That probably kept him sane and kept him going. But the fact that her life was taken, he couldn't handle it and he just snapped. And so, unfortunately, um, just sad. I have to look that story up again to see like where he's at this point, what happened to him, things of that nature. But yeah, man, it's just a sad story, sad story. Really, really, it is. So also, y'all, the weather is popping out. Like if you on the East Coast, or who else get bad weather? I am bad with geography, child. What is it? The Midwest? I don't know. Midwest, East Coast, whatever. We are going through it at this point. Okay, it is. Where? Yeah, I heard y'all were having the fires there. That is the only. I've heard California's weather is amazing, but the only thing that would scare me from living in California would be the wildfires that happen every season. Like that is oof. I would rather deal with the cold. I would rather be cold than deal with the wildfires. Thank you, Eric. I got this scarf. Oh, this scarf is long too. Look it. That's how it looks. And it's really long. And sometimes I can wrap it around me and it's really, really warm. I think I paid like 20 some dollars for this scarf and I got it from Torrid. But yeah, I would rather be cold than deal with the wildfires in California. Like I really would, because every year I could only imagine, and you can tell me GSP if this is true. People have to rebuild. They have to rebuild. What's up, Cleveland Grant? Good morning, good morning, good morning. GSP says the fires don't scare me. I live in the middle of the forest. We have to evacuate. Oh my gosh, every year several times. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. Wow. That is sad. And when you evacuate, where do you go? Like when the fires start kicking up, do you have like family somewhere else where you can go? Because I could only imagine every year that happens and you have to rebuild. No, I'm in Georgia right now. We're not dealing with the fires or anything. We're dealing with the freaking cold. It's 27 degrees outside right now. And then I'm from Washington, D.C. My mom is in D.C. So up there, they're having snow. When it's my time, it's my time. Yeah, that is true, GSP. I really try to see your hands. Oh, thank you, Eric. I go to families. It's hard. You have seven dogs? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm glad GSP that you have somewhere to go, but I really do pray for the people in California that don't have anywhere to go. That they're just kind of like they gotta try to do what they can. Right, I'm in North Carolina. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So right now it's 27 degrees out here in Georgia, and I'm like, where did this weather come from? I left DC to get away from this weather, not to be in the midst of this weather. Please hand model. I ain't no hand model. I don't know how to be when I post a Vogue. But yeah, y'all. It's snowing up in and it's supposed to actually snow here in Georgia on Friday. Now, Georgia never gets snow for real. Not from how I grew up and what snow is and what's going on in DC right now. Georgia gets like a dusting, but because they have a lot of hills here in Georgia, and when it turns to ice, it's very tragic. Like, you don't want to be out in it. And I am definitely the one that's not going to go to work on Friday if it's snowing. Um, there's a front coming this weekend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I heard that too. I had just got an email. Sorry about that, y'all. Your hand modeling is attractive. Thank you. Yeah. So they say Friday here in Georgia is supposed to snow, and let me tell you, if it do, guess where I'm gonna be? At home. I'm not going to work. I'm supposed to work on Friday, but you won't have me coming out. No, ma'am. And I work overnight, and so ain't nobody trying to be um out in those streets at night. I am 5'8". I'm pretty tall for a chick. I think my last time I measured my height, my doctor's talking about another day in Sodom. Right. Dang, man. How long does the wildfires last when they kick up in California? Yeah, I'm 5'8". Last time I measured my height, the doctor told me I was actually 5'8" and a half. So, I work for the post office. You're 5'8" too? Oh, okay. Y'all just like us two clouds down here. Yeah. Georgia got one plow machine. I think it's one, somebody said. Now I'm from DC. Whenever DC it says that it's going to snow along 95, DC has salt trucks lined up like this. It's like 20, 30 trucks lined up on each side of the highway ready to go because we going to work tomorrow. It ain't no we staying home because it snowed. Oh no. And you're from Rochester, so you already know. Ain't no staying home from work if it's snowing in DC, baby. They gonna salt them main roads and some of the side roads and make sure that you get out there and you go to work. I have had it where I've had to clean my car off when I was in DC, and I had to clean out the parking space and all of that. This is before I go to work. Then go back in the house, let the car warm up, and get ready for work. Then go to work, child. Oh my gosh, I still would rather take the cold over the wildfires. I would. I would love to compare hand sizes with your hand sizes. I don't think my husband would like that. I have big hands though. Like I have I think man hands. Like I have kind of big hands. So, but I think it's because I'm tall. Like if I was short, and I like my fingers though. I like my long fingers. If I was short, I probably would have you know sausage fingers. This is no shade to nobody that's short. Y'all get snow too in California? What? That's insane. Dang. Mm-mm. But it don't really snow in Georgia. It snows like it ain't rain. Are your hands smaller? No, I think me and my husband, my husband's hands are bigger than mine, but as far as finger sizes, we probably got the same finger sizes. Y'all are helping me stay awake. I'm only up right now because Yosemite. Really? That's crazy. I'm only up right now because I got a doctor's appointment in a little bit. So that's the only reason I'm up. If I did not have doctor's I would not be up right now. So yeah, yeah. But I'm praying for everybody in California that's going through that because that is tragic for real. Your mama, girl, grab your backpack, get ready for school. I'm listen, Cleveland. My mom, we would have to layer up. When I was going to school in DC and it was snowing outside, we had to put on long johns, then put our jeans on, put on two pairs of socks, two shirts, Timberland boots, a hat on our head, even a face mask up sometimes. But we would use the scarf, so our scarf would go around our face, hood on, gloves. It took like 10, 15 minutes. If you live in an area that snowed, it took about 10, 15 minutes for you to get ready to leave the house. And after you left the house, I had to catch public transportation, right? Because we didn't have school buses. So my mom would sit by the window of our apartment and she could look and see that the bus was up the street because all we did was have to walk out and the bus stop was like right there. So when it was like 20 degrees and below outside, we would stay in the house by the door. And when my mom saw the bus, she would be like, okay, y'all can go out now. The bus is on its way down the street. The bus stop was already full of people, so we didn't have to worry about getting left. So we would head out to the bus stop, go up to the bus stop, and we was going on about our day. Now we was catching the city bus when we were in junior high school. So we was like 13, 14, catching the city bus, junior high school, bundled up. And then if we had to get on the train, and could you imagine how hot you were? So now you on the train taking off your hat and gloves and stuff and trying to get some type of coolness going on, but you don't want to get too undressed because you got to go back out in the freaking frosty weather. Um, my ring size, I think I'm a seven. I think I'm a seven. I don't know. Long johns with we had boots called Frostmasters, the best water boots not made anymore. Really? Oh wow. I wonder if Amazon got them. Amazon got every freaking thing. Everything you could think of. Yeah, child, we used to bundle up. So when I moved down south, I love Georgia because I love the weather. Like it's not, it gets cold, but this is the first winter that it's been like frigid. Before this winter, it really wasn't cold like that. It really wasn't cold like that. I have not really needed a coat, but this winter, so I had to get a coat. I had to get some double socks. I had to get a bunch of stuff. Like, cause this winter the weather has went to an extreme level. So I don't know, child. If you live in a place where the weather is nice and great all year round, God bless you. Because East Coast people and the Midwesters and wherever else you live at that gets cold like that, y'all educate a girl. Chicago, Detroit, um, Ohio, all them people. Is that the Midwest? The child, like I told you, I am horrible at geography. All I know, I've been an East Coast girly all my life. And I know us East Coast folks like DC, Maryland, Virginia, New York, Pennsylvania, the Carolinas. I'm an East Coast girl, so I know all the East Coasts. Christmas, you're walking around not in the snow. Yes, you know why I miss I do miss walking in the snow. It was like when you're bundled up and you got your Timberlands on and you're walking in the snow, walking to the corner store or chilling at a friend's house or whatever. It was cold outside, but because you had on all this stuff, you didn't really feel it. I love walking in the snow. It's something common about it, right? Midwest, like Kansas City. Okay, Midwest. So I was right. But yeah, yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine living anywhere where it didn't get cold. I mean, at 42 years old, I've only lived in places that get cold at a certain point. Like I've always lived in places that go through all the seasons. I've never been in a place that has the same temperature all year long. I would probably be freaked out because, like at Christmas time, if it was like 80 degrees, and I'd be like, why the heck is it? It's December. It should not be 80 degrees. But there are some people who have these luxuries of living in these places that's like warm all year long. All year long. So I'm gonna come out again this evening, y'all, at 6 o'clock p.m. And I'm going to do my lunchtime language. If y'all don't know what that is, the lunchtime language is when I cover hot topics and current events. And I would love it if you all can join me. We're going to talk about a lot of things that is going on out here in the streets. I report on certain topics and things that I think are interesting, and I talk about them and I let you all sound off in the comments. Also, as long as you keep it respectful. So I'm going to do that at 6 p.m. So if you're not following me, please subscribe to the channel right now. Go ahead and make sure your notification bell is on. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if y'all want to join me for hot topic discussion and current events this evening, it will be at 6 p.m. California is always hot and crisp. I know. I've never been to California. I have never been to California. Y'all drop in the comments what's your favorite place to go. Of warmth. What warm favorite place do y'all like to go? But I've never been to California. I need to make a trip. Like I'm trying to decide. Me and my husband's anniversary is in September, so I'm trying to decide where we want to go this year. And I always try to pick some place, that's really nice. Our last anniversary, we went on a cruise. It was the first cruise for both of us. I've never been on one. He never been on one. And we cruised to Jamaica, and we stayed on the cruise for 5 days, and we had absolutely amazing time. I loved it. So this year, my husband has this thing for Bali, and he wants to go to Bali, right? So I'm thinking like now I should try to plan for Bali. Has anyone ever been to Bali? If you have, let me know what's up with Bali. However, there are a lot of beautiful places in the US. Like I've never been to California, and me and him both have never been to California. So I've never been to New Orleans. Me and him both want to check out New Orleans. So there is a plethora of places. I've never been to what's the place in New York? The waterfall, Hawaii. I was thinking about Hawaii. I heard that Hawaii was expensive. But I feel like if I plan now and our trip is not until September, we should be good. And I don't want to go through a travel agent because I have heard that these travel agents be out here scamming people lately. Niagara Falls, that thank you, GSP. I've never been to Niagara Falls and I would love to go there as well. So we're trying to find out where we want to go. Thank you, Eric. We're trying to find out where we want to go. So what's up, Jimmy? Florida is fire. We did go to Orlando. We went to Orlando, Florida. I did not like Orlando. I think it was only because we stayed on this resort, but it was whack. I did not like it. Now I have been to like Tallahassee, Florida before. That was okay. But Orlando, I have to try Florida again. Like I got maybe Miami or something else because when we went to Orlando, y'all, I'm telling y'all, the water in Orlando needs help. That water stinks. It stinks so bad. I was like, what? At first, I thought it was something to do with the resort, but it was the actual water, stinky water. And so when we got to our resort, it was later, earlier in the morning. Yeah. And so we didn't have no bottled water. And me and my husband drink a lot of water. And so we had to drink some of the tap water. Now, I hate tap water now. Tap water is not the same as when I grew up. It's horrible. So I'm drinking a sip of the waters just so I can, quench my thirst. And it tasted disgusting. It smelled nasty. It tasted nasty. I almost threw up, right? It was just not, it wasn't good. I'm sorry, Eric. These are my hands, and I'm a talker with my hands. Oh my God. I'm also so a goofball. Other people tap water is usually foul. I know. Like I don't like no tap water. Like none. I don't like no tap water. But if I have to have it, the thing that makes tap water bearable for me is I have to squeeze some lemon in the water. Like if I squeeze some lemon in the water, then I can stomach the tap water. But if I have to drink tap water straight with no lemon, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I can't do it. I cannot do it. But yeah, y'all. But thank y'all for joining me this morning. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I love doing YouTube. Shout out to all my new subscribers. I got some fire content on my channel. Check it out. I'm gearing up to do reaction videos this year. I cannot wait to go live with y'all. Have a video in the corner and we watch it and I react to it. Child, we're gonna have a good, great time because there's a lot of videos out there that I want to discuss with y'all and talk about. Okay, does your husband mind that you watch? I don't know. You gotta ask my husband about that. Yes, have a blessed day, my friend. Have a blessed day to everybody. Thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all giving me these views and everything. I'm getting monetized this year. I can feel it. Thank you, God, in advance for the monetization. That's going to happen. My subscribers are growing. I'm excited. I'm excited about YouTube. I'm excited about my new subscribers. I'm excited about where we are going to go as a family because Redefine Me is a family. Okay, so if y'all like me, if y'all vibing with me, if y'all want to see more of me, join me at 6 p.m. this evening. In the meantime, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later because I gotta go into the doctor. Good to see you. Yes, good to see you as well. Congratulations on getting monetized. Hey, I receive it. I'm receiving it in advance. Congratulations on monetization in advance. I'm receiving it because y'all YouTube is no joke. Like it is fun, but it is work. Like when I come out here and I do these show reviews and I do hot topics with y'all, even talking with y'all now, it takes a certain personality, it takes a certain understanding of the flow of the room and everything. It takes a certain I have to take notes on things. I have to research things, stuff like that. So it is work. On top of that, trying to build my businesses that I have and trying to work a 9 to 5 and be a newlywed wife. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. But I love doing what I do. So I wouldn't change it. I love it. And I'm looking forward to what God's going to do with it. My main purpose on YouTube and what I want to do with YouTube is to help people and encourage people and let people have a soft landing space where they can feel a sense of happiness, a sense of joy, a sense of I can make it, a sense of okay, let me try this, a sense of community, a sense of support. Like that's why I started my channel, and I want to be able to give that to people every time I hit the live button or every time I do a video. um so I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me, and I will talk to y'all later on this evening. Okay, I love y'all so much. Bye.